Okay, now, once I use my truth to get to the bottom of the lie that was told on me in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12, 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, I then realized at that moment that the person who lied on me wasn't as important as the lie that they told on me. See, because I knew then that that lie would chase my legacy until somebody in the line of my legacy did what I did, right? So if I knew that a lie was now planted into my bloodline, then wouldn't I know the effects that that lie is going to have on my bloodline until my blood reject that lie? See, but this is this is what I'm saying, right? Like, you think my wife don't know the truth, and she been married to me since she was 19. So if you doing me like this, why would I think that my wife is doing this to me when all of the men around me not listening to me? I know you ain't listening to my wife. So that's why I'm telling y'all, like I'm saying, hey man, I see y'all, but all I'm asking y'all to do is be respectful to my family, right? Because now I see what you doing to me, but do you know what I done to people who doing what you doing to me? That's what I'm telling you, right? I'm saying, so then I try to tell you about Noah, right? I'm saying, hey man, okay, well, understand Noah was talking to somebody that was telling him a flood to come down in that valley y'all in, right? Because he said that God told him it was going to rain. Now, okay, if I'm telling you that I'm my God, right, after I done brought a rain down, an evil rain, not a rain in RAIN that come from the heavens. I'm talking about rain, REIGN, right? That rain. See, we talking about what they call that, the royal blood rain, right? Like I made that rain, like when you pull the bridles on a horse. See, I made it stop. See, but now, if I did that, then how am I not the king of all kings, right? How am I not the Lord of all lords? If this is Revelations, then wouldn't only the king of all kings be able to use revelations in self-defense? And isn't it amazing that I didn't even know Revelations, but brought it about in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, when I judged the principalities that brought down my principality? See, if the state of Florida is a name, then is not Folk Houses Incorporated also a name? And if the state of Florida is an entity, then is not Folk Houses Incorporated an entity? And if the state of Florida has the audacity to say that its citizen is a state, is property of the state of Florida, then why wouldn't I have the audacity to buy those citizens from the state of Florida if I then brought the state of Florida's reign to an end in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 2008 at 10:40 in the morning? Now, see, the problem I have is that I saw that my people wasn't who I thought they were. And then I read the Bible, and it made it clear now to me that the lie is spiritual. See, now I see that the lie has been told on my bloodline since Genesis 3. See? So now I'm saying, oh, I see. Well, we still got 2 Genesis before we get back to the beginning. See, we first have to defeat the lie, and that's why I told you all in my book, like A Journey to My Dream, and I know y'all done read that because I gave that to Mahogany Review to put it out. See, so they down with me in Ocoee, right? See, those people helped me get my story out, so they is safe. See, I'm not coming after them. I'm coming to work with them like they work with me. See, Four Castles is thankful to Mahogany Review in Ocala, Florida. See, I'm thankful to them. Because, see, I read my story while I was locked up. See, in Pensacola, Florida. They used to send it to me. I used to read. I used to be so, like, I was so happy, man. And that's why now, man, don't y'all mess with them people. That's my associates, because they did exactly what I told them to do. They the only ones that did it. They was the only news media that put my story out. The only one. I mean, I went to so-called black newspapers, but I went to Mahogany Review and I was able to read it in print, and I was so proud. So I'm grateful to you all. Thank you. You see what I'm saying? But I know people thought I was mad, but they did what I told them to do. I wanted to get it out. Now that dude Nigel Taylor, I'm pissed off with that nigga. That nigga sold my books and had my daughter call me talking about she bought one of her books. See, but this is what I'm saying, is that nigga the CIA or the FBI? Because he took me to the FBI in Pensacola, but I had already told him I went to the FBI in Maitland, Florida. So the FBI already know. See, so that's what I'm telling y'all about when you get to the bottom of a lie. See, now, do the FBI not save itself? Or do the FBI not save the American people by saving me? See, is the FBI not going to be an entity for the people, or is the FBI going to be an investigator of the people? See, so I'm like this modern day Robin Hood, but how am I stealing with my truth? I am using my truth to reveal who's stealing. See what I'm saying? Because I am a tax-paying American citizen. That's why I'm hitting them with Amendment 14, Section 4 to check the books of the IRS. See, I'm saying, well, you check us, who check you? Right? Well, we got CPAs out here, right? So if you can audit us and you just audit Four Castles Incorporated illegally, and when the president of Four Castles Incorporated gave you all of his financials and you then saw that his financials was in order, you then destroyed his personal. You came after him personal, and then he showed you that his taxes was in order, and then you throwed him out of court. So now, how can the IRS then impose a tax on any citizen in the United States or its territories through the IRS without the IRS giving me 100-fold for my name's sake? Because they say they killed my son, Tommy Chancey Castle Jr. And I'm saying, if you kill my son, you owe me 100-fold in accordance with Amendment 14, Section 4, and then I'm gonna write off damages. I'm gonna write off the damages that Four Castles Incorporated has incurred. Now, how do I write off an asset for whom I had turned into a king of Chancey Incorporated? See, and how do I write off the 15 years that you have taken the queen of Chancey Incorporated, Tamika Rayshawn Castle, away from the root of her reign, which is King Tommy Chancey Castle Sr. of Four Castles Incorporated, for whom is the creator of Tamika Ray Sean Castle and Tommy Chancey Castle Jr. through their mother Earth, for whom name is Queen Benita Elaine Epps Castle of Four Castles Incorporated. So now you done made us royalty in your historical reign of this Garden of Eden's arraignment. See, so if your image was then arraigned in Genesis 3, then wouldn't the only image that could arraign the image in Genesis 3 had to come from Genesis 1? So now, wouldn't my wife and I be the image in Genesis 1 when we were 19 years old? We made that union, and then we made a female image a year later on November 3rd, 1989. And then we made a male image of that union that was once generated in Genesis 1. We regenerated it on October 20th in 1995. 95. So now, is that not Genesis 1? Therefore, I come from the image of Genesis 1, that I am now protecting the image of my wife and I. Now, where your image, if it's not from Genesis 3, you're coming from the dirt and you're returning back to it.